A very warm welcome to yet another episode, yet another video of the Crick Hub. And this time we are here with Sandeepan Banerjee, our esteemed correspondent, who is right there at Bulawayo. And we are here to discuss about the India versus USA, the post-match discussion. A brilliant victory for the India under-19 lads, a thumping victory against the USA. What do you make of it, Sandeepan?
Well, Arijit, I think it on the scorecard it looks like a thumping victory, but let me tell you, I think US bowlers did took some tests of the Indian batters.
Yeah.
I think since morning, I think we were extremely lucky with the weather.
Hmm.
Weather gods were kind enough because it was supposed to rain, but it did not. The
Yeah.
match started on time, which was quite
Hmm.
surprising. Conditions were a bit
Exactly.
damp, and India
Huh.
won a very crucial toss,
Hmm.
and it was a no-brainer. They opted to field.
Hmm.
But again, you can say that yes, US batters struggle. They lacked that
Hmm.
experience, the big match
Hmm.
temperament,
Hmm.
and they could not cope with the quality of the Indian bowlers.
Hmm.
But when
Hmm.
India come out to bat, the
Hmm.
US bowlers they were also very
Hmm.
impressive. At one point, chasing
Definitely.
108 for three.
Hmm.
108, India were 25 for 3. And the much talked
Hmm.
about opening partnership of Vaibhav Sooryavanshi and Ayush Mhatre, that did not work. India had to sit Aaron George out of the 11 because when I spoke with Ayush Mhatre after the game, he told
Hmm.
me that Aaron had some
Hmm.
tennis elbow issues. That's why he was
Hmm.
not playing. He's under medical observation. So
Hmm.
they will
Hmm.
try to get him ready before the Bangladesh game. But I
Hmm.
think US bowlers bowled really well. US bowlers bowled
Hmm.
really well, especially Ritvik. I think he showed a lot of
Hmm.
pace, a lot of maturity as a bowler.
Hmm.
They took some. He made the Indian batters uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely, and it was quite evident. I mean, with the way Ayush Mhatre and Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, they were they're on informed players, and to unsettle them, and not just what happens is sometimes bowler do get either of them out, but on this case it's the two wickets, and also there's the third wicket going on in just 25 overs. Do you feel it was a test of temperament as well for Team India?
It was. But the thing is,
Hmm.
the established teams like India, like
Hmm.
Australia, like England,
Hmm.
because their
Hmm.
setup is such a way, is such that these players
Hmm.
came into this tournament with a lot of cricket behind him, whether it is age group cricket, whether
Exactly.
it is senior group cricket.
Hmm.
That is the difference between these big teams and these
Hmm.
associate nations, because
Hmm. Hmm.
we saw the inexperience in US in the US team, whether when they were batting, when they were
Hmm.
fielding. So
Hmm.
we saw that inexperience, and
Hmm.
uh, and on the other hand, in contrary, if you see when India were 25 for 3, uh,
Hmm.
Malhotra and Abhigyan Kundu,
Hmm. Hmm.
they played extremely well. They played risk-free cricket. They've scored quite a few classy boundaries that made US captain, change the field, which was a mistake. I feel that they should have kept the
Hmm.
attacking field because they couldn't have defended 108. And that allowed Indian players to be more, comfortable at the crease, and that is the experience for you, because these guys have played so much of cricket. They know the conditions. They know what to do if this if wickets fall early, if in case of early wickets. And yeah, I mean that is the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's quite nicely summed up by you, Sandeepan, right from ground zero level. And yeah, but the thing that you mentioned is it was definitely surprising to see that there was no rain all around at the start of the game. And but do you think like the pitch, the conditions, the wet patches on certain occasions, and the overcast conditions did play a part? I mean, Henil Patel, how can we forget his brilliant performance with the ball in hand fiver in the first ever for under 19 World Cup?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I think he bowled really well. He was hitting the right areas. He was
Hmm.
changing the field, changing his lengths according to the batters, and he was quite sharp. He was hitting the day quite hard, and I think he's a wonderful bowler. I mean, he's one of the players to watch out for. So basically, when you talk about this particular Indian team, there is a lot of talk about these likes of Suryavanshi and Ayush
Hmm.
Mhatre and Kundu. But apart from
Hmm.
these players, there are some other talented players in this Indian team. If you look at
Hmm.
Patel, if you look at Chauhan, if you look at maybe Malhotra, we all know RCB bought him in the auction also. So
Yeah.
yeah, Ambrish.
RS
So there
Amrish.
are quite a few. Yeah, yeah. So there are quite a few players apart from Vaibhav Sooryavanshi and Ayush Mhatre, whom
Hmm.
I think I rate them quite highly after watching them for the last few days over here.
Hmm.
So Indian bowlers, I think they use the conditions to their advantage. And I specifically asked Ayush in the post-match pressure
Hmm.
about these particular conditions from a point of view of
Hmm.
a batter. And he said,
Hmm.
yes, these conditions were challenging for us because stop start they were not getting time to settle in at the crease because of the rain around. So conditions were different from the conditions they even faced in South Africa few weeks back. So they said that they had to adapt with this condition, and that is a good thing to. I think that was a good mature statement by the captain because
Hmm.
sometime this particular Indian under 19 team, uh, they sometimes they are being criticized for being ultra aggressive as a batting unit.
True.
But today, if
Yeah,
you
very
see,
true.
today if you saw,
Hmm.
they respected the conditions. They respected
Hmm.
their conditions and the way, especially Avigyan played under
Hmm.
pressure. It shows that
Hmm.
this particular team is not just a one-dimensional batting lineup. They have the
Hmm.
other game. They have the patience game as well.
Very much spot on. I mean, yeah, that's quite rightly pointed out. And even in the last video, I think you mentioned about the last time we had a discussion on the under 19 Indian team. You mentioned that there are certain kind of players who are capable of playing Test cricket as well. Someone like Aaron George, someone like
Test match
Abhigyan Kundu.
potentials. Yeah, they have test match potential.
Exactly.
But it is too early
Uh,
to say this. But whatever
yeah.
I feel, I
Hmm.
have from whatever I have read about it or today I've seen Vihaan Kundu play those punches you are playing
Hmm.
back foot
Hmm.
punches.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that shows when a player play back foot punch on a damp pitch. That
Hmm.
shows that this player has a talent. Has a lot of talent.
Yeah, exactly. Someone who has played cricket to at least at some point in level, at some level, he'll understand how difficult it is to play such kind of shots on when the ball keeps you don't know when the ball is gonna skate, when it's gonna keep low,
Especially on a damp
or
pitch. Especially on a damp pitch.
exactly, exactly. That's the thing. And uh, well, how would you rate overall performance of Team India if you have to give rate out of 10? How much would you give the performance? I mean, be it fielding, batting, and bowling as well.
I think we can give them 7.5 or 8 maybe.
Hmm.
Batting again, I thought that
Hmm.
a lot of people thought that that game will be finished within 10 overs or so. Vaibhav Sooryavanshi with his form and Ayush Mhatre coming back, missing the South Africa series, he would have been
Hmm.
hungry as well. Remember, Ayush Mhatre was dropped in the first ball. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's that.
so and Aaron George was also not there. They settled number three
Hmm.
because I think on these kind of conditions, Aaron George is the ideal player for Team India because you need someone who can hold one end up or who can play the traditional brand of cricket. And Aaron
Hmm.
George is the player for me. So yeah, I think his fitness will be crucial for India's prospect in this entire tournament. And remember, there are chances that India may play all their matches, including the semi-final, over here in Bulawayo.
Hmm.
So all their league games, definitely they are playing in Bulawayo. They may play their Super 8.
Hmm.
They may play their Super 8 games over here as well. And I think there is one semi-final schedule at this ground. So conditions will be like this because, as I said yesterday, that this is the final end of the rainy season in Zimbabwe. The condition will be like this. As I'm talking with you, this is drizzling. So these are not exactly flat batting decks. So you need some traditional players in the
Hmm.
batting lineup as well.
All right, Sandeepan, since it's drizzling quite a bit, and I mean, we all are worried about your condition as well. So, without not like keeping you over there for a long time, not giving exposure to the rain, we'll try to wrap this up quickly. So, there are a couple of matches more, Bangladesh and New Zealand for Team India. So, do you think any certain kind of changes being made in the team? Also in the playing 11 and also in their approach, given the fact that their batting collapsed, the top order collapsed today.
a senior support staff from the Bangladesh team was watching the game today. So
Hmm.
probably he wanted to see some of the Indian players.
Hmm.
Bangladesh game will be, I think it will be a big, will be a bit tough game
Hmm.
because just they have that just one day to recover. Tomorrow there will be no practice or nothing. Uh, I think Bangladesh they have some quality players in their ranks as well. Also, given the recent history between the two cricketing nations, let's see. Also, I think a lot will depend on, as I said,
Hmm.
whether Aaron George plays or not, because that number three position is quite crucial.
Yeah. Definitely, that is quite crucial. Do you see like if Aaron George comes in, like who could the perfect one, who could be the guy who would make out in the 11 for Team India?
Depends. It depends on the conditions on the particular day. Whether they
Hmm.
depend on the combination as well. Whether they want to
Hmm.
play an extra spinner, whether they want to
Hmm.
play then three
Hmm.
specialist pitchers. Some
Hmm.
on given assessing the
Hmm.
conditions, I think they will take their final
Hmm.
call probably. But yeah, overhead conditions will also influence their decision as well.
All right, thank you so much for your insightful inputs, Sandeepan. We'll be back, guys, for yet another video, and keep do stay tuned to this space, the Crick Hub, and make sure to follow our social media handles as well. Like this video, share it among your cricket loving friends, and yeah, we'll see you in another video. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Arijit.